Tank's staying home today. I'm gonna get out on the kayak. I'm going to probably throw a buzzbait most of the night. It's getting towards the evening time and I think those fish are gonna be close up to the rocks. Rocks retain heat, obviously, remember that. So we had a ton of rain, water rose a little bit. They're trying to spawn, so I'm thinking a buzzbait's gonna do the trick. So I'm gonna throw a buzzbait tonight. I'm going to do a quick rundown of what type of rod you should be using for bass fishing. There's three major types. There's light, medium, and heavy action, most of which get compiled into medium light, medium, or medium heavy. So we're gonna have a little bit of information about that today, and I'll throw in the clips of whatever I catch. Hopefully I catch a couple fish, and then me and Tank will reunite with you at the very end. Stay tuned.
See you later, buddy. There we go. This fish got unlucky and I got lucky.
The reason I decided to make this video is I never really looked into the different types of rods that there are out there until last year, when I lost several fish on one outing with a frog, and I couldn't figure out why I'm not getting hookups. I was letting them run with it. I was doing everything in my power to let them take the bait, run with it, let it get in their mouth, and I was losing them. And it came down to I was using the wrong type of rod. Now I'm not going to get into all the different stuff, because you got different compositions of rods, you got different length, you have where in the rod they begin to bend, the overall bendiness of the rod. We are not going to get into the big science part of this. We're not going to dive super deep. I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm just a normal guy. Most of you guys are just normal people. We're not out here fishing tournaments. We're not out here, it's not life or death. So let's go over this real quick. I'll make it simple for you guys. This is a 7-foot GX2 medium light. Now what that means is you're going to get a lot more of this whippiness at the end. There's a lot more bend to this rod. It's not nearly as stiff. And what this comes in handy for is stuff like your crankbaits. You want the lighter actions because it's going to give you a little bit more time for this lure to set up in the fish's mouth and to get a hold of the skin inside the mouth. Is basically what a treble hook is designed to grab. Whereas compared to a single hook lure, such as a buzzbait or a spinnerbait, you're going to want a much stiffer rod because you need a much stronger hookup. These hooks are designed to go right into the top of the fish's mouth, which is a very hard part of their mouth. And you're also going to want, typically you're going to want a very direct action. So when something grabs your spinnerbait or your buzzbait, you're not slow fishing it, you're not waiting for them to grab that lure. You know they grabbed it, you feel it, and you got to set that hook, and you got to dig it and drive it deep. Medium action, you get the versatility to fish with a lot of different things with this. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with going out, buying a medium action rod, and throwing a worm, and then throwing a buzzbait, and then throwing a jerkbait, but you're going to lose some of your potential. Whereas when you go with a medium heavy, you're getting a very stiff rod, you're going to get a much stronger hook set, especially when you're fishing out of a kayak. When you're fishing in a kayak, as you set the hook, there's that difference in weight and pull, and you actually pull yourself towards the fish a little bit. the smaller the fish, the less you're going to get that. But if you're hooking into a 4, 5, 6 pound bass, you're actually pulling yourself towards the bass, so you're losing a little bit. You're just losing a little bit of that hook set. So these nice stiff rods are going to give you as much power as possible. The longer the rod and the stiffer the rod is further down, the stronger your hookup is going to be. So on a medium heavy, this is a medium heavy, the action doesn't begin until the very tip, or at least further towards the tip, as compared to the medium light, where this sucker starts to bend way down the spine. However, think about when you're using a crankbait and you're reeling it in, you don't really have to feel for the bite, you just feel the tension of the fish, right? And it's not so much as, you're not really setting the hook as much as you're driving the lure into the side of the fish's mouth and all those treble hooks are trying to grab onto something. You're also going to have, with a medium light, you're going to have much more control over the fish as it surges, jumps, or any other issues like that. Whereas with a very stiff rod, you're not going to get as much control. So if you're fishing out of a kayak with a very stiff, let's say just a medium heavy, let's say you're fishing out of a kayak with a medium heavy, and you're trying to get that fish right next to the boat, and your spine of your rod is not bending to the last 6 inches, you're trying to get that fish, you're going to have trouble getting that right up to you. Whereas with something like this, with this GX2, you're going to be able to, the fish is going to be weighing the rod down, and you're going to have much more control of it as the fish moves around, as it does its thing, and that hook is going to continue to stay set in its mouth. So you have much more control and maneuverability when it comes to landing a fish, especially in the kayak. So, long story short, you want your stiff, heavy action rods for jigging, for worms, anything with a single hook that you're really going to need to drive that hook in. You're really going to want that long spine to be stiff when you set the hook, because it's going to gather more line that way. Imagine the angle of your rod and then the line going down into the water. The less that spine bends, the more line it's taking up. Also think about things like poppers or jerk baits, something that you want that stiff rod to make those subtle jerks and movements to get that quick reaction, such as a jerk bait dart into the water or a popper. You want to go with a medium heavy for things such as buzz baits, spinner baits especially. If you're losing a lot of fish on spinner baits, go with a medium heavy action. You want that heavy hook set, especially with buzz baits and spinner baits. A medium heavy is going to help because it's a bigger lure. You're throwing a bigger, heavier lure. And then, as mentioned, your medium lights are going to work best with your moving baits like crankbaits. So if you're throwing a crankbait, simplest way to put it, throw a crankbait, medium light. Throwing a worm or a jig, go with a medium. Throwing a buzz bait or a spinner bait, go with a medium heavy.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Whew. Well, that was a fight. Look at that. You guys see that? Hooked exactly where a buzzbait is supposed to hook him, right in the top of the mouth. Didn't even need the trailer hook. Oh, and he's in there good. That's what they're there for, baby. That's how they're supposed to work. Whew. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. Alright guys, as you can see, it is dark out here. There's bugs all in my face. Tank's out there looking for catfish. I don't know what he's doing. He's sitting in the dark. So hopefully this helps you out. We will be drawing one of the winners tonight. Sunday night, whatever the date is, the 20th, May 20th, 2018, something like that. One winner will be drawn tonight. If you're watching this video, that winner has probably already been drawn or will be drawn later in the evening, and we will be doing another drawing next week. So if you're not on my Instagram, go check out Shield Outdoors on Instagram. Find the newest picture of the giveaway, like, tag some friends, make sure you're subscribed on here, and you will be in the next giveaway. We're giving away $25 Cabela gift cards now, and I don't know what we're going to give away next, but something will be given away. I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Send it to your buddies, help them out, especially if they're those kind of guys that can't catch no fish. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. Me and Tank love you so much, and we will see you on the next video.